our wings. Carolina Black, Fran P, Big O. Try to take this wherever we wanna go. As for me personally, my eyes on the top. Already told him to save me a spot. Now watch me, watch me, watch me. Learning from the past but not trying to put a label on it or put a stable on it. No moral at the end, my friend, we moving past opponents. This one ain't practice here, let's work the fractions here. One banger in a scheme can make my whole team millionaires. And it's impressive, B, but really I'm not stressing. See, enough mental weaponry to navigate a century. And yo, the clock's ticking, my team's in a position to make the world stand and listen while we shine and glisten. So morning, noon, or late night, you dealing with the hate, right? Petty jealousy of homies dying in the limelight. I sip the baddest beer, stubborn like the fattest fear, and bully on through on my way to the stratosphere. Sky's the limit, right? I'm looking down at satellites, just keeping game hella tight while I'm reaching new heights. Watch me, watch me. Another chance to get my soul cleansed. Catching inspiration from the scene, and it seems I hope it decipher my dreams. You see, my sixth sense is so clean, hoping that the listeners can grasp what I mean. But never worry, cause the real always tends to see my rhymes as if my voice is a Kindle. Close your eyes, embrace the highs, bring out the truth in the world of the lies. An extension of myself, I provide for you a clear mind, so I tend to have the finest view. No better feeling than knowing that you're alive. Every morning I rise and witness the world revive. Above negativity and hatred, face it, catch me soaring up on my spaceship. Watch me, watch me.
All right, let's see. Microphone's picking up. No music on this screen. Let's see how long the delay is on the YouTube. All right, it's a little long. Let's see how I sound. All right, let's see. Microphone's picking up. No music on this screen. Let's see how long the delay is on the YouTube. All right, it's a little long. Let's see how I sound. All right, let's see. All right, looks good so far. Let me close my window in case we'll keep the neighbors awake. Let's go back to the intermission.
It won't be enough. Here comes your nightmare. Your time is up.
let's see if I can do this in one go. Try and make the first video. Try and keep this. Probably start at 8:35. Maybe see if I can do like a 10-minute video. Can you see the mouse cursor anywhere? No, you can't. So I'll probably actually swap screens then. That way, at least I'm facing the camera when I'm talking. I'll have the stuff over here. What's up, dude? I thinking just starting off the stream by maybe doing a YouTube video, so I don't have like notifications or chat on the screen at this one, but going to just do like a tier list of my favorite units and what I used. You know, because I know sometimes lately they get a lot of I've been getting more viewers the later in the stream, so if I could knock this out while I build up some viewers, that'd be cool. Yeah, thanks, bro. Need to learn how to win. I don't know if you've been playing. I've had a few people on my friends list playing this, so it'd be kind of cool to, you know, it's a good time to start. I got a lot of knowledge, so we'll see how it goes. I'll probably stream for a while. Sound a little echoey. Yeah, let's see. Before I get into the recording, let's see. Is it picking up double anywhere? It is. There. I don't know why that was on, but I noticed that it was picking up my sound. Does that sound better, Dean? All right, cool. Yeah, it's weird. It was, can you hear music, by the way? Is there music behind it or no? All right, cool. Yeah, on this screen, it's not supposed to. Like, I see it, but it's hidden. I don't know why that was picking up the mic. That is weird. But I don't need game sound or anything else, just the voice for the video. Thanks for letting me know. Because I got it on the small screen. Let's see how it looks on the big screen. Is it legible? Cool. I did the tier list a little differently. There's no like S tier, for example. I mean, you could argue that there is, but what I really like about the game is there is a lot of different uses for stuff. What's up, man? Start off the stream with just practicing, maybe even just clipping it and making a video. So I don't have like chat on or alert sounds yet. But the notifications, at least on the left, should update if I get like new follows and stuff. Haven't tested the follower goal on the bottom to see if that updates. That's something newer. But I got a couple shout outs for a YouTube video, so I got a couple shout outs on a YouTube video. So if I could start making some content, the time is now, right? Time to do it early. All right. Just make sure I know the names. Got the Miner, Gargoyle, Banshee, Execute, Meatwagon, Drake, Troll, Pyromancer, Warsong Raider, Prowler, Elemental, Huntress. Pretty sure that's the Tauren, Raptors, Bat Rider, Chain Lightning, Nova, Goblin Sappers, Blizzard, Flame Warden. I can say next guy, I guess, sometimes. You got the little old Murlocs. Wish I got that Murloc onesie, dude. I should have gotten it the first day while I could. Griffin, Ogre Mage, Shaman. What is that guy's name? The Ambusher? Worgen. Duh, knew that. All right, you got the buzzards, corehounds, skeletons. That guy, what is his name? No brute. I wonder if I can. No, it doesn't. Smoke bomb, necro, ghoul, harvester is his name, isn't it? What is he under? The harvester is under. There it is. Harvest golem. Harvest golem, chickens, flame waker, fire alley, A-bomb, ghoul, plague farmer, grown goblin sapper, warsong raider, mage. What's that one? Firehammer. All right, I think I got the gist of all the names. Oh, get that out of the way, get the jitters going. Hope everybody's having a good night so far. All right, you know what? If we're gonna do it, let's go ahead and do it. Does it look good? Am I centered? Looks good on YouTube, the quality at least. I'm gonna go off this one on the left though, so I probably won't be able to reach out for the next 10 to 15 minutes. But if any of you stick around and someone new chats, if you could let them know, that'd be awesome. All right. So thanks for stopping by. Ate you for dinner here. Also, my name is Ryan. This will be my first YouTube video. I've been a beta player of Warcraft Rumble since I believe last year. Did quite a bit in the beta before this in 0.95, and then right now I've got quite a bit of progression. I currently have about to hit 135 sigils, maybe tonight later on stream. Just to let you know, also I do stream on Twitch and broadcast to YouTube as well. Hopefully other platforms in the future. This is a guide that I basically feel should be pretty good for newer players. These are my most used units, I would say, are most versatile units. One thing I really like about this game is you can use units, basically almost any. You can, almost build a deck around them, whether it be lower cost units to cycle to your bigger units. It kind of depends. So throughout the PvE campaign, there are units that I tend to use a lot more than others. There are units that I use specifically for certain maps that made it very, very easy. And then there's other units that I just hadn't used as much, and then other units that I haven't used as much, but I know a lot of other people like. So instead of doing your traditional S, A, B, C, D tier, I have what I've most used, what can carry a fight, what can be used in most decks, about at least 50%. Minis that I've used, that I've used like maybe in one or two fights, or maybe specific decks for specific reasons. For example, it could have been the dungeons, right? And then minis that I've never used. So this video, the intention is to be kind of a short and sweet. Just gonna have all of the minis here right off at the beginning. Not gonna do it one by one. They aren't necessarily in a specific order. Some of them kind of are, especially when you go to like the most used can carry a fight. I'll try to keep it pretty brief. The plan is for future videos to kind of break it down per faction, just to make it with like favorite talents, things like that. And then you could even break it down into just a guide about a specific mini and different ways to fully utilize them. So let's go ahead and get started. So what I would say, my favorite units, of course, you're going to start off with the kobold minion. It's in every deck. It's free, costs 1 gold, and is used to push down a lane and get extra resources, right? The big thing about this game is controlling resources, and sometimes it's not even pushing down lanes, it's going right for the boss. That's one big thing that I would say is, in some strategies, it is not about slowly controlling the map. Whereas like in other modes that it might be, sometimes it's just defending and then attacking the boss from afar. There could be guides in the future for specific maps for the campaign. What I like about this game is there's just so many things. There's so much knowledge that I have that I can share with anybody. Again, hit me up on Twitch. Try to stream most nights live. Always can ask questions. But all right, let's go. All that preamble is through. So again, most used units. I have Kobold Miner. It's in every deck now. Next one you're going to have is going to be the Whelp Eggs. So Whelp Eggs has a lot of uses. I plan on having it my first legendary unit, for example. It can be used to slow down things. It can be used to attack. There's just different ways to utilize it for 3 gold, and it's unbound. There's a lot of control, and it can really make some fights very easy. Next one is probably one of the most famous units, especially in PvP. Again, this is a PvE guide, but the Safe Pilot, lots of uses, very aggressive, can be used defensively. Just overall, a really strong unit for, again, only 3 gold. After that, we are going to have the Harpies, which I would say is probably one of the best attacking units in the game. I think of them as little glass cannons. Again, 3-cost unit, really, really good. Next, the last one in my most use, basically almost any deck for any of these units, would be the Quillbore for 2
and
gold.
They say chivalry is dead.
2 gold, thank you. 2 gold unit, it's unbound, can be used to distract towers. It's very tanky and really, really strong against elemental damage. Now the next tier is going to be units that can definitely carry a fight. We're going to go and start off with the Defias Bandits. For 1 gold, it helps cycle your deck faster, can be used to stun units off your tower, so your tower takes less damage, can stun units in attacking, just absolutely obliterate enemies. They aren't able to do anything for at least 1 second. If you can get both of them on someone, great. There's talents to make it do different things. Really strong unit. Next one is going to be your Miner for 2 gold, unbound. Think of it like another version of a Kobold. 1 extra gold, but you place it wherever you want. You can throw it behind enemies. Has more health than the Kobold Miner, of course. Talents can make it do different things. Really, really strong unit. Definitely, all these units, I would say, in the first 2 columns are immediate buys for new players. Next one is going to be the Gargoyle. It's the first 4-cost unit, so it's going to cost a little bit more. It's a flying unit, so melee units do absolutely nothing to it. It has a ton of health, and it is siege damage. It trucks bosses and towers. Next one after that is going to be the Banshee. It is a 4-cost unit that will basically switch a unit sides for you. It will take over it. In the PvE, it's absolutely huge. You can use it on almost every single enemy other than, of course, the boss unit. Does still damage to them, it just doesn't turn it around. You can absolutely abuse fights with this unit alone. Really, really strong unit for PvE. After that, Execute, same thing. Taking 50% off of any unit's health. So I wouldn't use it on like a low cost unit, of course, but on like the big abominations, Molten Giants, it towers 50% as well. Thanks for the follow, Pillarist. It is really, really strong. Talents can make it crazy OP, trust me. Execute for the PvE campaign is huge. Right after that, we do have the Meat Wagon. It has one of about the longest range in the game. You can literally hit towers and bosses without it being an aggro range. The meat wagon for 3 cost can do an absolute ton of damage. Just make sure you protect it. And what other unit is good at that? Of course, the Quillbore that I talked about. You throw that thing right before things start to hit it, and it just starts popping off. Right after that, you have a good flying unit. It's going to be the Drake. Does big AoE bursts. Really strong talent. I like dropping eggs. Again, separate video, but really, really good unit just to like absolutely annihilate melee units, right? Melee can't attack flying. After that is going to be a starting unit, the Dark Spear Troll. 3 gold ranged unit, does a lot of damage, an absolute lot of damage. I've had this unit just destroy towers as I'm dropping Quillbores while Big's behind it. It just is very, very consistent. There's some good talents. After that, you do have the Pyromancer. Thank you everybody for the follows. It is a really strong unit in the fact that, again, it's 3 costs, similar to the Dark Spear Troll, but this one does an AoE flame blast. So if you have like harpies, anything like that that are coming in swarms, this Pyromancer can get an absolute ton of damage out. After that, you're going to have the Warsong Raider. Now, the Warsong Raider does cost 4 gold. It is a fast-moving tank that does, I believe, siege damage as well. So think of it kind of like a melee version of the Gargoyle, but this one does not ignore towers. So you can actually take chests with it. There's a talent on it that reduces tower damage by 50%. It's absolutely nuts. Can carry a lot of the campaign once you get that talent. After that, you are going to have the Prowler for the last one that can carry a fight. It's a fast-moving beast tank. Can sprint past things, kind of like does a little dash. It's great. It's a really strong unit. Again, all of these units have talents that make it do different things, but that is a unit that I really, really like. Now we're going to go into that 3rd tier that I have that can be used in about half the decks. These units I may have used a lot, or I know that people use a lot. For example, we're going to start off with the Earth Elemental, another Unbound tank. This one is armored, so while the Quillbore for 2 cost is really strong against things doing elemental damage to it because it's resistant, whereas this one is tankier in the different way, like towers just trickle it. One thing to note that it is a siege damage unit, so it will ignore chests. You can't control the map, whereas that's why I have the Quillbore higher. But it is a strong unit, and I know a lot of people that like to flip them in and out depending on the fight that they're going into. Again, this is a PvE campaign. You're going to know generally how it goes for the most part every single time. After that is the first big boy as far as gold cost goes at 5. The Huntress is a big damage dealer. Going through the campaign, I know you fight her a couple times. That cleave damage that she does, the glaive toss, does a good amount of damage, like a lot of damage. If you let her go down, she can absolutely annihilate your swarms. So vice versa with attack, she can do a lot of damage. I just don't have her in every deck because of the cost. It's kind of hard to cycle around. Again, you can build around it. That's where basically this tier is it can be pretty good. But for some reason or another, I didn't use it a lot of the time. Right after that, you're going to have a 4 cost tank, charges through stuns, really versatile. Whereas the one that can carry a fight, it's the talent that kind of puts it in that tier. This is another strong unit as well. Just make sure you're basically using it right. It's a tank. You put things with it. It charges in. It does a lot of damage, but it's a melee unit. So just make sure you have some air support or spell right behind it. Next up is going to be the Raptor in the Beast family. This has a unique mechanic where it has 1 gold, but you can throw it again after that for 2 gold. You can use it as a cycle to swap to something else, and it goes away. It clears the space. Different ways to use it. Can do a lot of damage, especially if you get a couple out and they aren't being ignored. The damage ramps up quite heavily. After that, you have your flying bat rider, flying unit, and it only drops pools of lava on the floor. So really good for clearing up ground units, but doesn't have that much health and ignores flying units. So it has its uses, but I don't use it in every deck. It just depends on the fight that you're going onto clearly. After that, it is a good spell. I just didn't happen to use it as much. For example, Execute can just absolutely turn a fight or win a fight, basically. The Chain Lightning does have its uses. That's why, again, it is in this row. 2 cost gold, just quick AoE, can clear out chickens like whelp eggs. It's a good spell. Just again, not something that I used all the time. After that, you're gonna have your Holy Nova, which does just like WoW, it does damage and heals you. Don't know why my head couldn't wrap around that for a while, but is a good spell. Has some talents that can be pretty strong. It's just, you know, don't use it as much. It's just like this next one, the Goblin Sappers. There's sometimes you can just have it, throw it out, it takes out a tower for you, easy peasy, but sometimes the mechanics of the map just don't allow it. It just dies too easily. There's ways to slow it down. So good unit, just not used all the time. Blizzard is one of my favorite spells. However, for 4 cost, some things I just tend to use a little bit more. Again, if I'm going to have a spell in the deck, I try not to have too many. I like to kind of push and be aggressive. Blizzard, you can, but again, it's not a unit. It's not staying around, building on value, but it is a strong spell, possibly able to root things with a talent. It does a lot of damage if something stays in it. Like you can just AoE cleave a tower when you're attacking. Has its uses. Just for 4 gold, there's more versatile things that I like to use. For example, this next unit, just throwing down basically the ground version of the Bat Rider, but at 4 gold cost, just flinging waves out. Isn't something that I use very often, but again, it does so much AoE damage, just big waves of flames that is shooting out. The Flame Warden, decent unit. Just like after that, the Murlocs, they for only 2 gold, range damage, and you have 2 guys throwing the spears out, can take out chests for you. Pretty good unit. There's just other units that I like that happen to be a little bit stronger. For example, the next one, the Griffin Rider, at 2 gold cost, being a flying unit that has actually some pretty good range with a talent to make it even longer. It is just a good cycle card. It just, again, depends. It's not winning a map for you, right? It's very versatile. That's how all this tier is. It's versatile, it's good, but it's not a like instant unit you're trying to take out to epic. It's an eventual unit. You want to maybe get it to rare, but everything else above it is stronger. After that, you're gonna have the Ogre Mage at 5 cost. Is a little expensive. It does AoE burst similar to the Pyromancer. This one has more health. It does give other units bloodlust, just like in World of Warcraft. It makes them attack faster. So it can be built around the cost, and sometimes it can be really good, but again, everything else needs to be lower, especially with some of the leader costs, right? That you might just have too many high cost units. But Ogre Mage is a pretty decent unit. After that, you do have the Shaman, which can, of course, be a very useful, just like the last one. This one is your 1 unit, other than the spell, that can heal other units rather than the Mountaineer, which I'll get to. There's a talent that makes it pretty good that you can almost want it in a lot of decks, and that's kind of why I have it in this one. Just that AoE heal, Chain Lightning is very, very useful. After that, you do have the Worgen, which is an unbound assassin. Basically, look at it like that. You can drop it behind, take out some like the Huntress. It just does a lot of damage up front. Sneak it behind, hit on it on a mage, especially if they're already aggroed on something. Once they're aggro, they're not going to just switch unless it has taunt, and there's not really many ways to taunt currently in the game. So throw this behind a unit, really good. Again, it has its uses, but it's not like in every deck kind of unit. Nearing the bottom of the list, we do have the 1 or 2 decks. So these units I used, and I know that you can use them. I just really didn't use it very often. Starting off with the buzzards, their cost is why I used it in like a Chargo cycle deck. They're all right. They have like no health, as I'm sure if you're going through the campaign. But if they are ignored, then there's value, but like also you can get that value with other things. After that, you do have the core hounds, one of my favorite units in beta. We got it a little bit later. I think mine is at rare, so it's good. But 6 gold cost again. That is, over half your energy in one use, and sure, you have 2 tanks going out. It's just not how I played it personally. It's just a lot of gold. Personally, I don't really like the high gold units. After that, you do have the skeletons. There was some decks specifically that were able to really good, plug them in. Being an unbound unit, it does have its uses. There's a talent that makes it pretty good, but again, it's a little more niche. It doesn't mean it's necessarily a unit you don't want to use, especially if you have it early. It's okay, but getting all the way to my sigil count, I just again didn't use it very often. After that, we do have the harvester golem, I believe is what it's called, the good old Westfall unit. For the tank, 3 gold, it's okay. It's not unbound, but it does like come back to life, so it can kind of lose aggro and then come back. I don't know, it's okay. It's a unit you can use. Just again, didn't really mess with it too much. After that, polymorph, there was a deck or two where it was actually really good, or like a map specifically. You just get rid of units, basically. They're just standing there in a sheep, drop down a safe pilot on it or something, or just use it to slow it down. It's okay. Not the best, or at least on how I like to use it. Again, this is a PvE list. After that, with cheat death, there are, for example, some uses for this. Again, not widespread, at least in how I like to use it. Specifically, I'm thinking like Murloc decks where you just have a huge wave going down. You drop this on it just so it doesn't die. You can get out quite a lot of it. Again, if you have 10 units out there and they're about to kill everything, dropping this on it gives them extra time to do all that damage. It can be nuts, but like the odds of use just aren't that strong. Next one, Arcane Blast. If you're using it to cycle, 1 gold cost, sure, right? Just a little poke, maybe take something out of stealth with it. Like Blood Mage Thanos is what I'm thinking on, using it multiple times to level him up. Again, that's a specific unit that I'm using it for, so that's why it's in the 1 or 2 deck slot. After that, the chickens. Now, I do like the chickens sometimes when it comes to like doing the surges. I've used it in like a Chargla deck to cycle, but other than that, just didn't find much use for. They just can be killed there's so many things that can kill it. Any type of AoE, they're just instantly gone, and that gold is gone. After that, you are going to have this little guy, Tanky Boy. Now, again, talent, I use the talent, so he costs 1 less gold, so he's at 2, and then that's when I used him. But outside of that, it's just I'd rather have an unbound tank to control than a tank that's just slowly moving down. Again, the unit right after it, same kind of thing with the ghoul. It's just a unit I don't have control over. It's slow. If I'm gonna have a low cost tank, I like the versatility of being able to use an unbound. After that, the Firehammer was another unit that I really liked early game. That Fury is crazy. If you just have it chucking, it's just attacking faster and faster. Can shred some units, but it costs 4 gold, so just didn't use it in most of my decks. After that, the Necromancer. Personally, I used it in Baron, and that was about it. To use, the synergy. I'll go into deck building guides later, but this one, spawning units, the longer it's out there, it gives you more value. But if it gets killed early, it feels real bad. And there's a lot of things like Safe Pilot that's run in a lot of decks that can just, you know, get rid of it, and the PvE will Safe Pilot it. I've had it happen. A little more niche. Again, that's why it's in this part of the tier list. After that, Smoke Bomb. I mean, it's okay. 1 gold, cycle. Again, just use it for maybe Murlocs to have some unit ignore it as it runs past it. I'm thinking like a flying unit. It's okay as a cycle, but like, is it really carrying me? Not as much. I'd rather have more control in different ways. That's why it's here. After that, I only use this big fire spell. I think it's 6 gold cost. It's huge, specifically in a dungeon. Can't remember the dungeon off the top of my head, but huge big wave. Throw that thing down. It just obliterates everything. But at 6 gold for that spell, there's nothing left on the field. Like, that's it. All right, cool. I killed your thing, but now I don't have gold, and you threw out the minis before, right? Like the AI, but I don't know. It just costs too much for what it does, personally. After that, Skeleton Party. Again, I just happen to not use as much. I've seen some people run it. Wasn't as popular for me. Being Unbound's kind of cool, but again, 4 cost unit. I like something with a little bit more versatility. After this one, the Fire Elemental is a decent tank. You don't have control over it, but it is, I believe, resistant, and that it does like an AoE swing. Not talking about talents that just make it just put out a good amount of AoE pressure. Just again, on how I liked to play the game, I'd rather do an Unbound or something with more versatility than just damage. I have other units that are going to do damage, for example. This last tier are just units I didn't happen to use, whether it be maybe I didn't get it early enough, or these units just cost a lot, or there's other things that do the same thing. Just go through it real quick. Yeah, the Spiderlings, 3 units. I've had a friend play it, and I've watched them play as a new player, and it actually was very good for them. Just not something I played around with too much. I thought they had less health than they did. It might be something I might play around with later. Just inexperienced in it. After this one, with the Farmer, the little Lobber does AoE. Think of this as the ground version of the Bat Rider, but this is poison, doesn't leave a fire pool. So poison damage is stacking. That's cool, but this guy's range, and he like lobs it up. He's just so susceptible to damage. I just didn't happen to really use him. I didn't like it, especially later on in the campaign. But your luck might be different. After this one, High Mountain Guy healing his bear. He costs 6 gold. And you already know how I feel about the big heavy cost units. I know in the campaign, I like dropping a Safe Pilot on him. So then the bear is just a tank and, you know, easy to deal with, super easy to deal with. Again, the PvE will drop stuff on you. Wasn't as big of a fan, mainly because of the cost. Same thing with this next guy. Big, huge elemental tank. I believe it's another 6 cost unit. Just, he is crazy. Like, he is hard, quote unquote, to take down when you fight him in PvE. It's just like some maps have Banshee. You have 6 gold is just half your unit, and I just didn't like playing with it as much. Same thing, minion after that, 5 gold for 4 tanks can be good. I like to cycle more, be a bit more aggressive rather than the slow push in the PvE campaign. Again, this part of the tier list is just, I'm explaining more of like why I didn't try it, but that doesn't mean it's bad. I just don't have experience with it. After that, A-Bomb, 6 gold unit, hook people in, think of kind of like the Butcher. Again, the cost is why I didn't use them as much. I know that there's ways you could build a deck around them to make it a little bit more fun, but I'd rather have, I don't really like anything above the 4 gold costs. I know I may sound like a broken record. sorry about that. After that, you have Gunts. Guess what? They cost 5 gold. There's some talents that can make them good. I just didn't seem to favor them as much. For all of the reasons I've probably explained 5 times. I do want to apologize for that. Just trying to shoot this raw. And I will have other videos going over why I like on how I use the units. I'll break it down by leader, talents, all of those more to come. I just wanted to come up with something quick and easy, something visual. You can pause, not that you need to pause. I have the static image. I'll try to have video breakdowns per tier coming up on the YouTube. Should be good to go. Again, thanks everyone who may be watching, everyone that's stopping by and supporting on the live stream. Again, live on Twitch, socials in the description. And thanks for stopping by. All right. Let's switch back over to live. Let's go here. All right, what did I miss? Love from the homie Magoodles crew. What's up, Pillarus? I'm assuming that's P-Lan. Good old P-Lan. Dude, thanks for the follows, everyone. The Pillarist, Leslo, Redward1. Thank you so much. It did. Ooh, tracker is live. It's now 6 out of 10. Hoping to maybe get 10 followers a week. We can grow from there. Pretty new to the streaming. Let's go ahead and start getting this going. I missed with the live viewers. I messed up interacting and I don't know. I think it'll be fine interacting while I'm doing the video. Thanks so much, Magoodle, for the resubscribing with Prime. Does it show there? Yeah, it does. That's awesome. We wanted our faces there. For videos like this, where I have this screen up, absolutely. I'm totally cool with it. That one, just because the picture was bigger, like I didn't want it over. I think that'd be kind of weird. But in other videos, I will. Unless it gets too crazy, then I gotta like chop it up, redo some of the things. All right, let's see, how does it look? Everything looks cool. All right, gotta do my quests and stuff. Let's go ahead and switch you guys over here. So I'm looking at you there. All right, go ahead and claim the gold. Let me turn this up. Oh, lighting on my face. Good feedback. A ring light. It's funny as we sell something kind of like that at work. I think it'd be better just to get a little one, or leaving the screen white is a good idea. Problem is that I like to have dark mode on, but I'm sure that's such an easy fix. I could do that later. How's the stream look though, like that? Like, is the lighting real bad on the face? Like, should I fix that before I keep playing? Let's go ahead and do a quest. We'll just throw it towards spiderlings, try and level it up. Blank word doc. I don't have word on this computer, actually. Where's my... Just a text document should work. All right, let's knock out this quest. Let's see what mission this is. Got a lot of tanks coming down, but they're split. Should be pretty easy to take with. Maybe we rush. I don't even know what deck I'm using. I just went ahead and play. Apparently I'm playing this. Why do I have... Oh, I was trying the PvE campaign with his deck. Alright, let's go ahead and throw this guy down. We need to shred that guy. Do I have a tank up front? I will now. Get all those guys to turn around. Try and get enough gold, and I'm gonna have Tyrion push up with these guys. Actually, I need to get rid of that mage ASAP. So I'm gonna go ahead and boom, slam that guy on in. I'm gonna send this down that way just to make sure those guys are dealt with. I may not even need... Throw the whoops down there for some damage. Pushing on that. I don't even know if I'm gonna need... I'm gonna throw this Quillbore there to try and get him to turn around eventually. Get another Tyrion. It's GG. 2 Tyrions healing himself is absolutely crazy. It's actually busted. Throw it on this guy for more AoE damage. Those 2 tanky guys should keep each other up. Yeah, it's over. Like an even more basic one. Yeah, that one's more... That video should be good for the people that are probably like 10 to 15 sigils. Oh, like a super intro? Yeah. The can you hear? Cause I can't. I don't know why any Miro picks up the thing. You may not be able to hear the game at all though. Well, for you, I'll go ahead and break it down right now. I mean, you can always do a clip of it, I guess. I'm gonna go ahead and collect the reward here. Let's go. Banshee's pretty good. We'll go ahead and throw it to her. Equal units. I use this unit more. Throw it on him. Love this unit. We'll throw it on this guy. Alright, so let's turn this music down a little bit. We don't get that loud. Alright, so real quick, 0 Sigil to 100 series. That's basically signing in on a new account. You could, I was thinking if for like content reasons, starting off like brand new player, and then just kind of going through explaining the thought process. That could be a video in of itself. Right now, I kind of want to push as high as I can. So basically for you, there is right here in the top right, you have your sigils earned. Think of this as like how many dungeons you've completed, or not dungeons, but how many maps you've completed. I'm definitely at the end game, over 100. For example, this one I'm planning on doing tonight, hopefully. Where's that zone? I think it's over here on the left. Yeah. So Ursurus, I'm planning on taking down to hit 135 sigils. I have to beat this map on hard mode with every single faction leader. But it's just a way of like seeing how far you are in the PvE campaign of things, is what sigils mean. Gold right next to it is just a currency that you could buy. You also earn some of it in game. That's what you use to get talents and units. I need to farm up gold because I really want this talent. Factions. What are factions? So factions of minis and leaders. So for example, in the very top row up here, we have Tyrion, Maiev, and Jaina. They're the 3 alliance leaders of the same faction. At the bottom, it sorts by faction as well. So these are all alliance family minis. After that, you're gonna have your beast leaders, which you have Hogger, Murkai, and Chargla. And then same thing in order, pretty sure it's alphabetical. You have your beasts. Now, not alphabetical as far as unit goes, but alphabetical as far as families. So Alliance, Beast, Blackrock. Type there on exit. After that, you have your Blackrock, which is going to be Rend and what is it, like Drac? General Dracasath. Same thing after that. You're gonna have your Blackrock family, leader, horde, the 3 in game right now at least. Yeah, Sneed. You have your, what is this guy again? Oh my goodness, Grommash, and then High Mountain Tauren. Last faction is Undead, the newest one being Sylvanas. But you have Sylvanas, of course, from the right, but then you have Baron and this guy, Thalnos. And all the minis in order of, well, because I'm on the Undead, it shows it first, by the way, but then it goes Alliance, Beast, Blackrock. That's how this one sorts. There's a filter feature. Yep, for the horde, bro. You can filter, and I can even make a video on that, how to filter. I'll probably do that on my deck making video, to be dead honest. The thing with this game is like there is a lot of customization and depth that you can have with talents, with deck slots, with the leaders. It's actually crazy. There is a lot of things that I could explain, and it's kind of like where I would start. So for example, networking, you know, what are the first top 10 tips for new players? You know, it's been a while since I've been a new player and I know a lot. What is most impactful? There's a lot of things that are really impactful, but I would say you probably want to talk about as the best 10 tips for things that may not be the most easy to understand, right? Like for example, what I really like about this game is you can tap on a mini or a leader, whichever one you want. We'll do this, for example. You would go to their info, and if you scroll to the left, it actually shows a video of that unit in action. So for example, in this case, it starts off at level 1. It is attacking things, and then it throws down a spell, it levels to 2, it throws down the second spell, it levels to 3. It's just showing that. It doesn't explain it on this screen, but as you scroll through, you have your talents here. These are the 2 talents that I have. If you tap on the I button on the right, it shows all the possible talents. That I button is on quite a few screens that people may miss, but something to keep out for. It explains its 3 talents, which is very important for when you're gonna pick your first. It's like, which one of these 3 will I use the most? I'm gonna have a guide on my favorite talents and why I use them, what can be useful, what I'm sure could be useful but I haven't heard much uses for yet. Again, it's a newer game. There's a lot of beta players. I come from the guild Diablo Gaming. We have a lot of very strong players, a lot of beta players, and we like to come up with different deck strategies. Right now we're trying to kill Onyxia, which is super end game. I'm not quite there yet. I need more epic units. Yeah, basically that's what's happening. I'm kind of talking, you ask, and that's where I'm kind of going through. But this screen, this screen is definitely a big one where you can tap on a leader or a unit and it shows you what level you are XP wise. It shows you how many stars you are to your next upgrade. It shows you in the top right what talent you have. You scroll left, it's got a video showing you how the unit can play. May not be the most efficient way of playing, but the easiest way to see what it does. Basically, you got your talent screen. This one is really big. Leader ability, you really want to look at this because you will adjust your playstyle and your deck on what this leader ability actually does. So like this one, Thanos gains a level after every spell you play. So like I was saying in the tier list guide, Arcane Blast is a big one. and could be even chain lightning or smoke bomb. Just cheap spells, gives it a level. So if you have a spell heavy deck with this guy, you can just ramp up levels. It does cap at 10. After this, traits. This is a very important one when it comes to like building a deck. It shows you what the basic trait it has, right? So it's a ranged unit, it's AoE, and it does elemental damage, which is good versus armored units. Does it do more damage to armored units? I don't believe so. But what it does do is it does full damage, right? Armor reduces damage from physical. This is elemental, so like it's just does, like it's not being mitigated. You'd rather have this than a physical damage to that tank, I guess. I don't believe it does. It gets boosted in any way. And then this one's a lot of people like to look at and base off of. This shows how long of a range it has. So at 8.5, it does have actually pretty good range. However, Dark Spirit Troll, if I'm not mistaken, is at 9. There's other units that can actually outrange it and hit it before this one's even able to attack. But 8.5 does outrange a lot of things. Speed is slow. That's something to be cognizant of. Meaning there's like a normal unit will be able to run past it. A fast unit is gonna like just absolutely fly by it. So you can technically throw this first and then use your faster ones after, so they kind of like come up to a wave at the same time. DPS, you know, look at the attack speed and DPS, right? So you can have 2000 DPS, but it attacks like once every 10 seconds, right? So then it does a ton of damage at once, and then it's slower. So attack speed will be really beneficial on it. Or if things are already kind of attacking fast, like sure, there's a way to test out that math. I'm not doing it right now though. So one of the big things I know people do miss is like being able to go into and fully break down what a spell does and how impactful it is. For example, this one, your cheat death will last longer the higher level it is. So you really, it's not going to do like anything at low levels. So for example, starting off in PvP, it's not going to do as much, whereas in PvE it can be really good, and that's how they like to kind of like balance it. Each leader gets their own experience. Yep. Each character in the game gets their own experience. This one gains experience slightly different than this one. You'll see when you play a mission at the end, it'll give unit experience. When you do the quest like I had just done, you pick which unit gets this XP at the end of the match. It's not like you have XP share on like in a Pokemon game, for example. You don't get to choose other than the quest. Usually it's actually random. So if you and I both had a unit, they will have a stat at base, but if mine's level 20 and yours is level 18, they're not the same unit. Mine will have more attack, it'll have more health as well. The spells, even though we have the same unit, mine is a higher level, mine will be stronger, right? It'll do something longer. It just depends on the spell. For example, like I showed you on the cheat death, what is going on here? My screen freeze? Weird. This one says per level it adds or reduces 0.5 seconds. So if I was 2 levels higher than you, it would last 2 seconds. I think that's how it works. I think this is on the unit you're using. So it's level 20 and I use it on a 23. It acts, I'm not exactly sure on that one because I don't use that spell very often, but on this bad boy, it would have more health and it would have more damage than yours. So level, rarity, all that stuff is going to actually matter. the highest level person wins. If you and I were playing the exact same deck with the exact same talents, playing everything in the exact same spot, I would win, yes. However, the odds of that happening are not good. So for example, if I drop safe and then you drop safe on top of me, like mine didn't do damage, yours did because it killed me, and now you're on the field, right? There's a lot of strategy based on timing, where you're positioning the units when, obviously it's part of timing. There's a lot, like, so when it comes to PvP, like, things are kind of averaged out, and that's a good point to bring up. So for example, in PvP, when you're on this screen, this eye in the very top right next to PvP Season 1, if you tap on that, it shows when the season ends. So I have a month and 3 days to try and get some higher level rewards. It says the combined honor from your 3 highest leaders, from your 3 highest leaders defines your seasonal rank. So you'll see right here, my big 3 are Rend, Baron, and Hogger, because they are the 3 highest units, and that's what gets me at this rating, the 93.45. But I can still play with other units, they're just in a different ranking of their own. And I can level, you know, Jaina up to 3,000 honor, and it's not going to increase my rank because it's not my top 3. That's how the ranking system works in that regard. But let's go back to the screen. So what we were talking about, yeah, so the map tower modifier changes every 2 weeks, which is pretty cool. So like every 2 weeks the meta will shift a little bit, because the map can change, the towers can be different. Instead of being single target, they're AoE, so you don't want to use too many squad units, right? Or they'll get shredded. That's pretty cool. Mini levels will be divided by 3, rounded up. Mini leaders are capped until the leader reaches 3,000. Now to explain that real quick, I have a level 9 minion, you have a level 7 minion. In PvP, above 3,000 rating, we would have those minis at level 3, right? 3 times 3 is 9. 3, I guess, sorry, yeah, 9 divided by 3 is 3. Don't know why I did it the other way. But 7 divided by 3 is more than 2. Think of it that way. So like if you did the math and it was 2, then you'd be 2. If it was 3, then you'd be 3. But if it's 3.000001, it's above 3, so it's immediately rounded up, right? It's never going to be that low a percentage because the max level's 30, right? So if we both had level 30 units in the game, they'd be level 10. If you had a level 28 unit, it would also be level 10, right? That's how that works. And at the early game of PvP, which is why pushing the levels early won't matter for the very beginning, other than talents, it's exactly the same. Everything comes down. So if you're below 1,000 honor on that leader when you queue, because unlike Overwatch, for example, where you have your DPS and your tank, it's all right, well, I'm going to play Symmetra and this is the rank that I'm at. And that's how it works in this game. Jaina, I've never played, so it's below 1,000 honor. When I queue up with her, all units will be level 1 on my team and the opponent's team. If I'm below 2,000, the cap is 3. So once you go above the 1,000 honor, you would want to have your units at least level 7, right? Because it gets rounded up to level 3. And then level cap of 5, when you're above 2,000, you would want it above level 12. So 13, 14, 15, they all get rounded up to the 5. They don't have to, But again, one level can make a difference, right? There's different breakpoints for like HP damage, what's gonna live, what's gonna die, kind of a thing. And that's how the PvP is basically broken down. Again, this eye is real big on just understanding how the PvP works. Not as many new people know about exactly how PvP works. This screen will generally explain it, but hopefully I explained it a little further for anybody that might want to know. If anybody has any questions, of course, let me know before I start pushing. Of course, I can always answer questions, but right now it's just a good time to go through the different menus and things. So for example, here this week on PvP season, tower changes right there you see in the bottom. Tower changes in 3 days and 22 hours. But right now, the map is Altaric Valley. When it switches maps, it's going to be Arathi Basin. They did talk about not making maps last entire season. I don't know if that's happening now or next season, but something to be aware of right here, because that says the tower is going to change. Right now it's a guard tower, single target towers with fury. Now, for example, if you don't have the Firehammer's Fury, it explains what it actually does. I think it's max, it like throws an attack and then the next attack comes out quicker and the next attack comes out quicker. I know there's a percentage, I don't have it memorized. I think it caps at 3 or 4 swings, but just note that like you can't just leave something there. It's gonna keep hitting it faster and faster until it switches targets. So squads are a little bit better versus this, for example, is another way to think of it. And then right now, current modifier, clean fight, no tricks, no weapons, skill against skill alone. I think that means no, my talents are working. I can't remember how this one breaks down. I'm sure I could look it up as well. Won't mess with it right now. Maybe to make it so your character doesn't level. Like, so for example, there's one called Heroes Resolve where every time you play your leader, it levels up. So if you have, like, Hogger was crazy strong because every time you play him, he gains more health and attack. And if he's leveling up, that leader's really strong when that modifier's up. As of right now, I do want to get Hogger to 3k. I do need to get it. I'll play and get it up at 3k. The queues below 3k are pretty good right now, but as you go above 3k, because the game just launched, right, for the world, the people at higher ranks aren't as common and the queues can be kind of long and they're intense. So like, I want to change my deck, but the queues could be longer, and by the time I like change my deck to counter them, I'm getting someone else at really high rating, like a lot of my guildmates are. They face a lot of the same people, so changing the decks, you know, it's kind of like rock paper scissors at that point, which can be cool, but it really comes down to there's a lot of skill involved. But not planning on PvPing, at least for now, unless someone really would like it. But I am hoping to get some more sigils. It'd be cool to hit 135 tonight or higher. Like another new player tip that I would explain right now is this number in the portrait frame colors based on difficulty. So based on the deck that I have currently selected, it's going to be pretty tough at red level. Yellow level is going to be kind of hard as well. Green isn't as difficult, and if it's gray, you should generally not have a problem with it. However, some maps are really reliant on mechanics, which is what I love about the game. Is like, there's some maps like you just can't use this deck. I'm thinking of one where like there's a lot of the flames on the floor. You know, you need a lot of flying units for it. So changing it from map to map is pretty cool. I was hanging out in someone else's stream yesterday when I was off, and coming up with a deck to defeat Crystal Shaper was a lot of fun. For example, Banshee was by far the biggest unit in that deck. Just being able to control those guys and flip them down the tower, flip them down and keep the buffs, crazy good. Ursius, I think I just like pushed him in with a deck and was able to power it through with my Tyrion, but that's because Tyrion is like it's just a higher level. I generally don't like running that unit. It made the job work though, so I'm gonna go ahead and fix this deck to what I normally run. I don't know why it's not letting me scroll. It's weird. I think that's the faction I beat him on anyway, so not too worried about it. I don't know why it's not letting me like scroll past that. It like stops letting me scroll. Weird bug. This one's the same as well. I'm just gonna restart the game real quick. Doesn't hurt. If anybody has any questions at all, feel free, let me know. I can go over whatever you want. Almost. I almost did it. All right, so Beast is up next. I really like Hogger. Making him tanky is pretty cool. I'm trying to remember what they ran. I do want to am I gonna need polymorph on this map? I don't think so. I'd rather have that guy. What was I running before? That sounds right. All right, let's attempt this bad boy with this. So this one's a green level. One thing to always note, by the way, is to read this real quick. Ursius saw a large glowing raucous cave, redecorate it with vigor. All right, so this guy, I think, attacks fast. Sometimes this is actually really important. This one's more of like a little lore, I guess. Dude, all I did mostly was PvP, which I know can be a little infuriating for some of my friends that would like me to do mythic dungeons with it, but I prefer to fight in PvP and when it comes to World of Warcraft, at least. This game, I actually like the strategy of the PvE. PvP can be fun as well. Lower ranks is definitely more skill, I guess. Sigil 1, nice, dude. If only there was like a recruit a friend in the game. I don't think there is. Easy money. I was wondering why this defenses to poison cannot be captured by flying. I already knew that, but it disappeared when I was playing earlier. You can tap on these, by the way. So yeah, that's a gold vein. Level 1, that's weird. Didn't know I had a level. Elite guy, boss, heavy cleavitaff, heavier bear hide. So this guy is armored and he does AoE. These guys melee, ranged, and tank. So their melee tank is the bear, range is the back guy, weak against bombard, like throwing down. Something I never. Just this guy, I know it heals the bear and it's the most annoying thing in the world, so you gotta kill him first. I'm going to use, like, for example, I love this unit, the flame whelps. So the flame whelps do AoE on break and they just absolutely shred things. I'm gonna drop this guy behind. I'm gonna go ahead and throw this guy up there, send this guy up there for gold. All right, so that guy's tanking that. I am this first. Oh no. Alright, cool. I have 2 flame harpies that are gonna push up with a quill boar. Those guys are gonna kill that. I want to get rid of these harpies. Did I miss them? I totally did, didn't I? That's not good. But that guy took care of that. Alright, I'm gonna send a push down. I'm gonna just push down this way. Let's see how that goes. And then I'll just play defense from here. Please get down that lane safely. Alright, you do. This may be our base race. I did not defend well enough. That wouldn't have done anything anyways. Bad push. Too aggressive, spent all my gold. Not good. That's a heroic mission for you, dude. These endgame ones are crazy, but let's try it again. Oh, that disappears. So if you press play and then pause it, it does let you tap on things in the game. Maybe that's what makes this one harder, is getting rid of that stone in the middle, because normally from there I capture that, which means I can spawn in on that gold in the middle immediately with a little 1 gold guy, kobold of course, and then I can just rush the boss. But on hard mode it disappears. That's what hard mode will do for you. All right, it does kind of the same thing. I'm gonna drop down these whelps. Hopefully it lands and spreads AoE on those guys immediately. It does. All right, next up I gotta worry about, I'm gonna send this to capture those guys, drop this on this. Those totally ignored that. That is not good. Send this guy to defend. Throw those guys there. They'll defend. They'll also pop AoE. Send that so they go, put them there so they can push down middle with this attack. Do that to slow those down. I may be able to just push with this. I'm gonna send this Prowler because he's fast. No, not good enough. Is there something here I gotta worry about? There is. I'm gonna just slam that guy. Send that guy to hopefully get gold up there. Alright. Hopefully I get enough gold. I want this guy to start walking left. Then I'm gonna drop him there to turn it around. I'm gonna drop this here to hopefully get that aggro as well. Oh, am I able to kill the guy there? No. Alright, so I just need to play it defensive. Did not need to throw that guy there. He did absolutely nothing. But it will defend that guy right there. Get those guys to turn around, pop those eggs, it does damage. It kills the flying unit. Please don't hit the miner. It did not defend the miner well at all. Send the fast tank down left. I should not have done that. Oh, it might work. I'm gonna drop this right on this guy's face. It's gonna shoot that thing, and I get it. Whew. Baron and Tyrion are definitely good units. I like Tyrion the most. Baron the most, though. Baron's a really strong unit. By the way, for a newer player, you want to try and get one of every faction first, so one of all the 5. For example, Baron is my favorite undead, whereas Tyrion's my second favorite alliance, and Dranal Dracosath is also my second favorite Blackrock, so I would definitely get Baron first. Yeah. Yeah, definitely. It's actually explaining it aloud helped me. I'll put it towards Merkai. So the big thing about doing the heroic missions is every time you do successfully beat it with the leader for the first time, you get a big chunk of XP. This is 1,000 for either one of these units. I do like this one the most. Favorite unit in game. I like that unit more, and they're both at 12,000 rank. Excuse me. For the next one. All right, need 3 more. Blackrock is next. Again, this is my favorite. I'm just seeing if I need to make any changes to the deck right now. I don't know if I'm gonna get good value based on what the opponent's been playing out of my Defias Bandits. So with that being said, it's a cycle unit. So here's a sneak peek on easy way of filtering this out. Clearly go for my big unit. What am I gonna use on it? This one just gets value much more quickly. Sounds good. Am I really much more quickly? Like, it'll still gain aggro as it comes out. It just doesn't attack faster. So in PvP, I think this one's gonna be really good, but this one, just doing extra damage to melee units is really good. Like, chickens just die instantly. Another reason why I didn't like running chickens. Poison. Movement speed over flying minis, because it's not a flying boss. That'd be crazy. But it's not. So, movement speed, easy. Getting this gold from the heroic mission is going to be big, so I can buy this talent. Because I actually I'll be able to get the talent and the gargoyle. I want to get this gargoyle because it's 21 out of 25 epic, and I do have the cores for it. All right, I think I got the Ren deck to try and fix this one. Alright, that meeting's still gonna go away, but I do have the long range mining guy to snipe some stuff. Am I gonna do that immediately? I actually may. Let's throw you back here. Am I gonna miss it? I did not miss it. Cool, it'll get rid of that. I am gonna do this. Send in my... No, I want you to attack that guy. That is not good. That guy going that way should be fine. This guy going here should be fine. I will do this. Dude, that guy shreds him. Alright, the goal now, I mean, I'll try to get that gold, I doubt it. My goal now, that boss is actually taking a ton of damage. I really want to get Baron out again for the gold recost. I'm gonna slowly send him down right. And then I should have enough gold to send Harpies out to absolutely annihilate these guys. Because their ground and flying unit just absolutely shreds them. I'm gonna drop the whelp eggs there for the extra. I want to really get this guy out here if I can. I think it's gonna be too late. I'm just gonna play safe. I have a huge push coming up front. That should shred that. That did not do what I wanted it to do value-wise. Do this. It should hopefully clear these guys out. It does. Let's send you down right lane. Get those guys to turn around. Send this guy here for the gold. Deny the enemy guy. I should just drop on boss. I wonder if I'm going to be able to get this damage off right here. I think this is more than enough. I just need to hold this guy off. Yep. Sometimes you just go face right for the boss. It's looking pretty good odds of me getting this guy down. That Devil Sword guy's crazy. Alright, XP. I just want to try and level these guys up, I guess. Didn't care for either of those. I just love the whelp eggs. So much versatility. These are both good units. I mean, I'm closer to getting the Drake up, so I guess I go Drake. Just go ahead and do it, and then I'll go to execute after. Because my execute's rare, my Drake is rare, correct? Yep. They're not one's epic over the other. Otherwise, I'd almost always want to go the epic guy. And what Willie, just so you know, getting the rarities up gives it a level, and it unlocks a talent slot where you can choose a talent out of the grid or be able to buy one. And owning a talent also gives you another level, so it gives you one immediate level and then 250 gold away from getting another level. Early game is really big. Talents are huge, by the way, so make sure you get the right talents. Some of these units I don't have the right talent for, or there's another talent I want to get. So for example, I do want to make this guy rare because I'm thinking getting that reduced enemy speed so it can slow down and hit enemies longer. It gets things to like clump up more to drop a safe on, for example, or give me more time to be able to throw out a unit, right? Pretty good. The theory surplus is like all right. I do like the dropping talents on this guy though. This guy's huge. Periodically summon a whelp egg, so a melee unit has to slow down, swing and hit it, and then something comes up. Ranged units will kind of counter it, but because they'll hit it and then they'll kill the whelp before it really does anything. But again, you're just free control. That egg could control a meeting stone because you have a unit on the ground. This song got kind of loud all of a sudden. It's always this one. All right, so I defeated it on that guy. I got 2 more guys left. I'm not beating a tower or controlling anything, so Baron really doesn't do anything. Right, there's no meeting stones, there's no towers. Baron does absolutely nothing extra for me. Other than having my level higher, so the kobold is stronger and my tower's a little stronger, but this guy will at least do something. Slowing down, sure. Did I get good use out of the troll? I got some use out of it, I guess. Do I have an unbound tank in this deck? I do not. But you don't need one. Like, if you can get the bandits out there to stun it so the boss doesn't do anything, that's just extra time for something else to hit it, so. And this is the first deck that I'm playing with Execute to show for the PvE. So let's see how it does. if I get to throw out the stealth guys right in front of him, that'd be kind of nasty because they have bloodlust, and I'm pretty sure I have the poison talent. Should have checked that. Definitely didn't. I'm gonna counter it with these guys. Go ahead and throw. I'm gonna wait and throw the gold guy out. Just didn't want to make. I wanted to make sure. These guys will kill that. I'm gonna go ahead and execute them. Because why not? I'm gonna stun this guy, give the tower extra chance to damage it. Those harpies are gonna be a pain in the butt. I want to kill them. Hopefully I time this right. Oh, they were miners too? Thank goodness I did that. This is a good time to maybe execute. So I'm sending those guys down. Wow, he just cleaved on me, dude. That's why you gotta be careful with these. This is not good, boys. This is not good. Not it. I wish I... Let's try one more time before I switch up the deck. Like, Quilver could have been cool. I could have got more attacks on. That... I think the bandits got, like, slowed down. Dude, that would have been huge. I keep forgetting that that guy is just gonna absolutely do work. He's on top. I gotta deal with him first. I don't know why I keep trying. It's not good. I'll stun that guy off. Drop this guy on. They'll melee kill it. Nope, I gained aggroed already. Cool, perfect. Send this guy on top because he will attack from afar. Send this guy up. Should absolutely shred those. That is not good. It lived somehow. Alright, which lane am I pushing? I guess I'm pushing this way. I'll throw this guy up front first. Give it some air support. Send the gold guy after him, I guess. I do have a flying guy. Please hit the flying. No. Dude, that Bat Rider's absolutely countered that whole push. Oh no. Try and protect that guy from afar. Send those guys after him. I really wish it didn't. I gotta be faster on that. I wish I was there for this, dude. Just playing defense right here, dude. I am absolutely running out of answers. That has a huge push. Oh my god. Just rush the boss, please. 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 Oh my goodness. Just rush the face at the end. Oh my god. Yeah, the beginning of the game is really good at explaining things, so you can get some sigils pretty good, pretty efficiently. Eventually you'll start hitting a trickle if you're just rushing through. Get the daily reward. Throw it, level that guy up. 2100 XP, jeez. Don't want to throw it on Sneed right now. I think I'm gonna just do the collection level. Level this guy up. I love Maev, so I'll pick that one. More XP for beating that mission. I love me some Tyrion. Both of them have uses. I'm gonna just go with this one. It's closer a little bit. And I love this guy. Being able to put a minion wherever you want is pretty good. This next one is gonna be interesting. So I need to do it with Undead. Baron doesn't get much value. I mean, it'll throw out, what, 2 or 3 minions? Out of the home base, but I can't control anything else. But it is a free unit on the map, I guess. Not that bad. Banshee. Only level 20. I think it'd just be too rough. Level 25. Is there a world where I ever want to Banshee something? I don't know if I do. This is the other unit that I said had some uses. Now, did the Defias Bandits do much there? Kind of. I mean, it's a good cycle. It's not going to carry me, but it did good cycle. One cost to bringing the deck down is pretty good. My thought process is using that one or the mining guy to try and get in there and get some stuff. For funsies, I actually want to try that. All right, so I have this guy at Epic, so I have all the talents. And that guy was using, or not that guy, the PvE campaign is using the mines. And it was working out pretty good for him. Like, it was kind of annoying. The units that he's using are pretty tanky. It's gonna kill an enemy miner, kobold at least, and it'll kill those little murlocs that it's throwing down, but nothing else. They do have a lot of ranged units though. That's a tricky one. I think I'm gonna go for the mine. Let's just see how this works. I mean, it's the last faction I need. We can play around with it a little bit. My eyes are driving me crazy. Got like dry eyes or something. All right. All right, let's control mid. I'm gonna throw these whelps on this guy. I totally missed. Gosh dang it. He's gonna shoot those things for free, no problem. Cool. No, don't kill that guy. You are totally gonna kill that guy. That is not good. Alright, it's throwing the harpies. It kills that. That is awesome. Kills that. Awesome. Let's try and nab that. Let's go ahead and throw down these eggs so they turn around and kill it. I'm gonna drop this on this though. I'm gonna just keep throwing all these guys down mid. They are gonna ignore that. That guy is gonna get some hits off. I'm gonna immediately just rush it. Those mines are actually doing something, I think. Just try and build up as much value with this. I have not thrown down a single Baron. Just trying to keep the guy as busy as I can while everything just wails on it. That was actually crazy strong. I didn't pay attention to how much the mines did, but that deck felt good. Granted, I did not use Baron. I didn't have to use him. I use his passive though. Both of these have uses. But that just goes to show why, unlike when I did the tier list, like some uses versus others, like I on that map was able to keep the Necromancer up long enough where he's just constantly spawning all these guys. Dude, 135 sigils. Heck yeah, dude. I do not feel like buying the other thing. I'm gonna buy this talent because I want to try it out. That is big, massive. I buy this every single time. I'm gonna move this up because I do not care about that. I actually want to get rid of it. I buy this. I'm gonna get Dark Spiritual to Epic, which is sick. I do love that minion. Upgrade him. Yes, it's worth a core. I have more cores for what I really want as well. Now I need another 250 to get the talent when it comes in the shop. I don't care about rushing this guy to Epic right now. I am lower on the gold farm. Need to start saving up. All right. Well, I don't know what this next guy does. Oh, is this the frost guy? This is the frost guy that throws the AoE things. Ooh. Let's just see. It is. All right, what does heroic mode do? I already know you do that. I know you do that. What makes this heroic? It's gonna be something crazy. It's gonna spawn something. So I'm throwing that guy on that side of it, so it will drop mines if something tries to push it. I'm gonna have this guy here, that's gonna rush that. I'm gonna drop this right on top of it, so the AoE explosion from that should, oh, pop that. It didn't because they all froze. They're all frozen. That means the tower's not attacking, right? Dude, is it frozen permanently? Is that what that is? What is that? What is that? That's crazy if that's what that is. If that's how it is, I'm gonna just wait, do this, drop this on you, and before it turns around, I'm gonna throw that there. No. Throw this on that. In this map, do I just like crazy rush the I should have waited until that thing turned around, but I didn't. I'm gonna pause this. Tapping on this doesn't tell me anything. It really doesn't tell me anything about it. So do I just rush the boss on this mode? Is there some mechanic that I'm not understanding? All right, we just go face. Oh yeah, dude. Stack it up. One big thing on the guild is just make sure you do your surges. Make sure everyone does their surges. If they PvP, sure, that's cool, but those are the ways you get your rewards. Get like Sylvanas for free, that epic core's big. I'll go through that real quick. So going to your guild, skipping the chat, being in your guild, there's only 15 people max. I am on the low, I just tied. Try to get mine up to 140. We have a lot of Onyxia killers in here. But what I want to show, skip that, is this. So there's 31 days, 21 hours remaining of guild rewards. So you'll see that at the top, at 10,000 total guild points, you unlock Sylvanas, and I think it's 10 stars, by the way. So you instantly get it to be able to be upgraded to green level, uncommon, and then you can get a talent for her. That's from the guild. 10,000 should be pretty quick. Getting to 30k, it may take a little bit of time, but if you just have people in the guild doing their surges twice a week, you should be able to get it pretty easily. PvPing is just a bonus, and I'll explain that real quick. In the very top right, I click that little eye, play Arc-Light surges, gives you family crest based on the army leader that you complete the missions with. So I'll explain how to be efficient with that in a minute. Earning honor for every 200 honor for the highest ranked leader in each family. So if you have 3,000 rating on Jaina, leveling up Tyrion won't do anything because you already have an alliance leader with more. Every honor gets you a little bit. The big thing is the Arclight Surges, and you get gold for doing the Arclight Surges, so you want to really do that. But like, so here, you can get up to 6,000 for each family. So if you have maxed alliance, you would want, when the Surges come up, you wouldn't want to do the Surges with an alliance character. You'd want to do it with a different faction leader, so you get points. Like there's no way to get more than 6,000 alliance towards the 30k. You want to be somewhat balanced eventually. Each week there's two Surges that happen at a time, twice a week, and one of the two will have like a dual leader. It'll say Alliance and Horde. Whatever you pick, like, it doesn't matter. When you go in, you're going to get half points towards Alliance and half points to Horde for all those 5 maps. The other one, though, will give you a special different modifier. For example, this week I think was like something to do gold related. I think you get double gold. I don't remember, but it was something to do with gold. You can bring whatever leader you wanted in, and that's where it's important to make sure you have an even balance across all of them. I tend to try and pick a family that our guild has the least of, because odds are the next one that rolls around that does like a split has a 2 out of 5 chance of having one of the leaders that you need points for. So if like you're like close to Horde the next week, Horde could be one of them, is what I'm trying to say. All right, so that one was actually pretty easy. I had something that can rush the base. Is there something that can, yeah, I can teleport behind doing that or that. See, like, for example, I don't think I'm going to get any use out of the Dark Iron Miners. Were just so strong on the last one. Let's try it without. Maybe I'll swap something out for Dark Iron Miners just for the extra gold, because the whole map ended up just being frozen. It was crazy. I don't know if it's always like that or I got lucky. But if it is always like that, then I'm gonna just wait. Might as well throw this on the boss. Throw this guy up this way. Dodge that guy. The tower's frozen, so like, do I just get to like tee absolutely off right here? Probably sent too many minions down that way. Too many minis, I mean. My next goal might be to take that tower up there. Try and control as much of this as I can. That I actually need to defend against. Isn't that crazy? I actually need to defend against those things. The first time it's... Dude, I could just execute the boss. It's over. I didn't have to defend, I guess. All right, I get a free mini. I guess I just go for Molten Giant, try to get it up to rare for the good collection level. Drawing a blank, jeez. Already? It's only been it's about 2 hours. I just level up eggs. I can't ignore them, you know? I'm actually gonna go for Fury because the mines don't really matter, do they? Maybe they do to defend against their Iron Miner. But I'd rather get the gold faster before it gets frozen again. Yeah, let's test Fury. I know a good amount of people that actually like it, so we'll see. I unfroze one of my minions somehow before. That was unexpected. Let's go ahead and do this, I guess. Just waiting on the tower to get frozen. I don't care if this gets frozen as much. Let's go ahead and steal that. Well, that is crazy, dude. Wait, what is going on over here? Where did you guys come from? Alright, just took that thing down. Alright, that works. This is a pretty easy sigil compared to what I've had to go through. Jeez. Love me some Rend. I mean, sure, I'll take the level up on these low guys for collection level. By the way, that's one thing I recommend. Probably early game, you want to find your favorite units and kind of level them more than others. But at the same time, you want to get units. So right here, collection level increases with many levels and rarity. So that's why a lot of people will just say, you want all units and you want to get them to green. You don't have to buy their talent, but the talent is make or break. So I'd almost argue you want to get a green level talent on anything, on everything, basically. Because you'll gain, I believe it's 5 points on rarity. So 5 times however many units, getting them to green. And in order to get them to green, you only need 3 stars, which is why everyone should be green. And then from there, the units that you love, you want to get to blue, but I'd argue just get everything to uncommon. Sure, focus on the units you like first, but before you go to blue, you kind of want to get everything to uncommon, because this collection level changes how much XP you gain from doing anything. Also, big purchase is the Arclight booster, which I think is offered at like 15 to 25, somewhere around there, I don't remember. But the best $20 you can spend on this game ever. It's a permanent XP increase and gold increase from doing things, so it just cuts down so much on your progression time. Everything else is definitely optional. You could argue that's optional, but it's just such an easy way to get value out of it. It's just like the most valuable thing you can get. I'll probably make a guide on like money purchases and how to like break it down to like, is this value worth it, right? That is definitely, I would say, the must have. Like if I did a free to play push, I personally would get the booster doing that challenge where you only get the booster and nothing else. Like don't buy any other special things in the shop, just only the gold that you're gaining. But I think that $20 is just like saves so much time, because I think it's what, 20% XP, 30% extra gold, something crazy. Of course I'll look up exactly how much it is when I make a video, but was it beast next? I think Chargla could be nasty here for just the cycle dropping bombs. I'm gonna throw this boy in here. I don't have the bonus on it, but I'm doing it for the gold anyways. And Fury was okay, but I think I'm gonna try the mines on this map, just to like counter them trying to take the node. I just like the damage. Attacking faster. I think I got value out of it on the first one, but other than that, it was just like I'm rushing the boss, and I have enough things to counter. By the way, this deck's gonna be kind of crazy. So like Chargla, his leader ability, your minis in hand share the same cost. What? So think of like every single mini you have in this deck, including this one, and like it throws on a rotation. So like, all right, now everything is the cost of Chargla, so everything costs 1 in my hand right now. And the highest unit I have is 3, so things are going to cost 1, 2, or 3. It just basically averages out your unit cost. And the talents I have on this guy: base play 5 gold, gain a level, deploy stealth. I do not have that one. That is, I can think of a couple good uses for that. Deploy cost reduced by 1 gold. That's what I have. Rooting things doesn't really matter in this map because everything's frozen. So the 1 gold cost less is pretty good. What do I have on everything? Flame burst, just making sure I have good talents. Bloodlust enemies attacking. Stealth for damage, sure. I guess deploying quicker will actually do something here. Let's just go ahead and get this easy sigil. Watch me lose for the first time. That would be crazy. I don't think that gets frozen immediately. Everything costs 3 right now. Let's go ahead and do this. Execute, take half the tower off. Quickly try and flip it. Hold for a second. farm up some money. I'm gonna take this, drop this here, drop this guy behind. Too late. I'm gonna throw this guy on the boss. Let's throw Chargler down here. Throw these guys down. Try and get these guys to turn around. I want the harpies to do as much damage as I can while they can attack. Execute. Alright, rush in that guy. Anything back here I'm scared of? Kind of. Is there a world where I really want to take another tower? I don't think I have to, actually. But if I'm going to attack, I should do it now. Give that bloodlust. Do I think I could send this down mid? I might be able to before the snow gets there. Go ahead and drop this bomb guy on. Did not. I am not in a good spot right here. I absolutely might freaking lose this right now. I did. Oh my god. Too much face, not enough paying attention. Let's do it again. I should be able to get it. Got that. Don't think I'm gonna be able to do anything else. Pretty sure that guy gets frozen. Totally wasted it. Wait, am I dead again? I did not pay attention at all. Oh my god. Oh, making mistakes. It's not that late, dude. What are you doing? This map, they're not getting frozen like they did in the other ones. So I'm like, just not paying attention, clearly. All right, let's knock out this sigil before we call it and play some Overwatch, hopefully. I do that, I do this, I do this. I don't even know if I need to execute this. Do I need to? Maybe I do. I hope that's able to get through. Be crazy if it was. Please don't tell me I'm dead again. Oh my god. No way I just did it 3 times in a row. Holy. Quit going for the boss. This is not a rush face. Control and then go for it. Take the... In the other ones, how was I doing it before? Because sometimes it goes off of what you play. Alright, am I fine on the right still? I'm fine on the right still. I'm gonna go ahead and take this tower so I can't spawn anything there. Give me the gold. I'm gonna wait, drop this on them. I don't think I'm gonna get any value out of those harpies. Those guys are gonna shred. Am I worried about anything else right now? No, we're just going for boss. We're going for the rush strategy now, boys. Got it. Crack my arm. Alright. Would love to see it. Love to see it. Go for the level. I mean, I might as well go for the leader. You're fine enough on that level. Just go to level this guy up. Get some collection levels going. Alright, now I need alliance. This one should technically be easier because I'm gonna go Fury here. This deck is all about Unbounds and like going face, but it can also be controlish. So this one should be the easiest one because the deck already plays that way. Let's see. Drop you there. That's not what I wanted. Hit that first. You do. Nice. You guys gonna be able to take everything down there? Yes. Alright, flips it. I really want that to die. I think this guy can AoE kill almost all that. That's not gonna do any damage, like at all. That dang guy, dude. That dang guy, dude. Attack wood. That is not good. Stun that guy off first. That's not good. Are you gonna be able to kill that? Am I dead? Am I done dead, dude? No, I'm not dead. Alright, I played way too passively this game. Let's see if I can do literally anything here. Alright, just rush it. Yeah, I know, like, yeah, what am I doing? I'm playing nothing but defense. That's not how this deck's supposed to be. What's up, Harpazat? How's it going, man? I was too aggressive on the other leader and not enough on that one. And there we go, 136 sigils. I love safe too much to ignore that. Love Cold War too much. Definitely love taking the collection level on the XP. You play some Warcraft Rumble, bro? So I got some gold, 21 out of 25, 6 out of 10. I really want to get this one a rare, so I'm gonna move it down and buy the gold. Time is it? 10:46. I buy it. I get the last talent. I move this up. Do not have the gold for it because I moved the 2 dang units. So I'm gonna move this up. And I'll worry about getting gold tomorrow. Is tomorrow when the new surge switches? I can't remember. It's either tomorrow or the day after. 54 sigils? Nice, dude. 54 sigils. You did. Yep. You unlocked the heroic campaign. Nice, dude. If you have any questions at all, let me know. Do I want to try? Dude, this Devil Sword Queen is nasty. I don't know if you've gotten this far in the campaign yet. I don't remember what sigils unlocks what part of the map, but Devil Sword Queen was hard anyways, and heroic mode is nuts. Absolutely nuts. Maybe I just see what Shirotum's like in heroic mode. Girl. That's what, bottom left? I think that is where the Devil Sword Queen is it not? This map, what does it do special? Leaps to the aid, right? So maybe take the one on right. I think they leap to each other, right? Yep, Heavy area damage if he is not in combat. So you want to attack them both at the same time? How does that work? I should have changed talents. I will go ahead and bomb that down. Do this. Stun that. You're gonna knock those out of stealth. I knew it, dude. That is absolutely nasty. do that just to tank. You guys are nasty. Gonna take out that guy in the back. Go for the stun on that guy. Go here for this. Try and get that gold. I am going to... What the hell did that just do, dude? What the hell? I think I can... What the heck was that? Was absolutely crazy, dude. What the heck? Gonna try and take care of that. Does that take down the towers? Because that is absolutely nasty if it does. Dude, that's so crazy. Does it? It takes half off of that. No way! Oh my god, that's so annoying. We need to stun that guy. Those guys are gonna absolutely just come in and do... I don't know what... What the heck is this? Oh my god, that does not seem fun. Alright, I'll go row, dude. I'll go row. So just the heroic versions of it. Except for Double Sword, of course. Let's see what you got going on down there, bro. Tar Tyrant. Uchok, yep, I remember. Blaze Runner, just be careful with those fire Ellies. Crystal Shaper. The big thing with Crystal Shaper, by the way, is click on the buffs in the middle of the map. The one on the right is, in my opinion, the best one. The green one. Dude, those tigers are going crazy. I need to like not defend on the tower because that leap AoE damage is nuts. I'm gonna try one. I'm definitely not trying that right now, but let's go try one more time. I want to get both towers. Maybe if I have them playing defensive enough, they won't be able to split push like that, because then I couldn't do anything. But I remember I was able to cheese this map. That is not good. What is that error? Let's just close you and come back. The whelp eggs, I was able to like throw the whelp eggs like almost on those things, and it did crazy burst damage. And the other one wasn't able to attack. It just like almost did free damage. But I'm gonna try one more time, probably call it. It's been about almost 3 hours, I think, 2.5. I want to play a little bit of Overwatch before I go to bed. Escape my scope. Interesting. I got a gifted sub to someone I hadn't seen before. that is crazy. All right, let's see. Let's just, for funsies, see how this goes. That's not what I wanted, but it worked out, apparently. Oh no, Tony the Tiger. Going absolutely nuts. Alright, well, let's just test this out. Let's see what that does. I do not want to. I think that's good enough. That'll kill that. That'll do that. I was able to kill that thing on the left. Alright, well, that's good to know. They do. Crazy, bro. No way. That is nuts. No way. Do I just do that again? I think I just do that again, do I not? Throw that over there and just let them tee the F off. I'm about to execute, so they tack crazy fast, and it just shreds. No, you did that. Well, too bad, I got this. All right. He just pokes it. That is one way to do it, apparently. Do I just knock them all out that way and then call it? So that's one way to cheese it. That's if there was ever a reason, like a really good case of why I love the burst talent, it is for that map exactly. That might actually be that could be another little video I do too. Do another video on it. That'd be sick. I might do that. I think I might do it. All right, let's do another little, that could be a little short video. Could be like a 2-in-1. All right, all right. Ooh, sit up straight. What was I running? The AoE on that guy was actually important. This one, the root could be good too. All right. I guess I'm gonna pause the music real quick and then just go for it. Do I ever, what'd you say, notepad about Willie? You said I should have a white background This, I'm in dark mode, so that is not what I want to do for the purpose of this. App theme, light, wow. Can you see the cursor when I do this? No. Oh, you could. You can. I need to click on it first. That is real bright, Dean. Wet Willie, sorry. All right, just get her done. All right. Hi everyone, A for dinner here. Just wanted to come out with a really short video, basically going to showcase two of my favorite talents, as well as how to beat a specific heroic mission. Actually, you know what? I'm gonna do Shy Rotom. All right, I'll start over. Shy Rotom. Heroic Shy Rotom. Actually, Shy Rotom as well as heroic, I guess. Shy Rotom. All right. Let's do it again. Hi everyone, A for dinner here. Just gonna come out with a really short video showcasing my two favorite talents, as well as how I almost cheesed Shy Rotom. We're gonna do it actually on heroic mode. So first thing we're gonna have right here are the whelp eggs, my favorite unit in the game, and my favorite talent in the game, Flame Burst. What it does is whenever one of them pops, it does a little AoE burst, and if there's AoE on them, it does 3 times damage all at once. Really good talent, and you're gonna see why on this next one. The next one I also like really big is going to be the Safe Pilot, and specifically I love the cloaking device. What it does is when it lands, it stays in stealth and it does ambush damage. And in case you were curious, ambush damage does an extra 50%. Doesn't show it on this unit. All right, I'll skip that part because I do want to make sure I get it right though in the video. So ambush does, where is my Worgen? Worgen has it passively. Ambush does double damage when attacking from stealth. Double damage. Big damn. All right. Let's just start over real quick. Hi everyone. No, definitely not that one. Hi everyone, A for dinner here, coming out with just a short, quick guide. It's gonna have two of my favorite talents showcased in how I cheese Shy Rotom, specifically even the heroic version of it. First one is going to be the whelp eggs, and with the talent Flame Burst, when each egg pops, it does an AoE damage, really good on breaking things out of stealth, hitting things nearby. You can drop it on ranged units to kill something with less health, and then you have the whelps doing damage. especially if they're melee even. Just they pop it, it does damage to them, and then on top of that, it does, you have the unit coming out after. I am live streaming. Thanks so much for the follow, Flip Flap Flop. I tend to stutter right there, so we'll go ahead and start the video over real quick. Thank you so much for the follow. Pretty new to streaming, and gonna do probably one of my first introductory short, like little YouTube short / TikTok. Try and do this on the other socials, try and build up a little audience. So thank you so much for the follow. All right. Hi everyone, Ate for Dinner here, coming out with a really quick short guide featuring two of my favorite talents, one specific for the Whelp Egg, the next one also for the Safe Pilot, and it's going to be on Shirodum Boss. Specifically, I'm going to be doing it on heroic mode. So jumping into it real quick with the Whelp Eggs, I really do like this Flame Burst talent. AoE burst when each egg pops, drop it on melee units, it does damage to them, can break them out of stealth, as well as then you have your flying unit that does AoE after it. The other one with the Safe Pilot being the Gnomish cloaking device. So it lands, stays in stealth, and then it does ambush damage, which is double the damage coming out of stealth. So you can use it on towers. You'll see how I use it right now on the boss. Let's just go ahead and get into it. Go up here to Winter Spring, Shirodum. I just did it on the Alliance. It's yellow level, so you know I'm not crazy higher than it. I'm not just powering it through. Let's jump into the map right now. Now, you're gonna notice here in the back of the map that there are these Dark Spear Trolls that do a lot of damage for what they cost, which is why they're one of my favorite units in the game, especially for starters. They are on both sides of these guys, and on heroic mode, these guys do heavy damage and they help out each other. You'll see here in a second when I come to get to the towers. I'm gonna go ahead and see if I can capture this node real quick. Let's go ahead and do this just for some chip damage. Get rid of the guys on the right. I'm just gonna try and control the map while I can. I know I'm going over the gold cost right now, but I really just want to try and distract these guys in the back as much as I can. These I actually want to deal with, so I'm gonna just do this here for defense later. Not too worried about it now. Really need to play defense, and that is not how you do it. I can chop this up, so let's just go ahead and do it again. In the video, I will lead into it, and then I'll just skip past even the loading screen. We'll do it again. All right, so let's start the map. Let's go ahead and try and control this middle. Get some poke in on the boss with the stealth units. Get this guy out to defend the gold. There's no minis on it. I'm actually gonna throw this guy down over here, and we're gonna ignore it. We're gonna just play defense for now. Actually, that's just gonna attack that, pop it, gonna drop execute for the chip damage. Those things attack faster. I timed it wrong, but I did get a lot of damage on those guys. Drop out the heartbeats for defense because I am a goofy head and I forgot to play defense and I lost again. Oh my goodness. I did it so easily the first time. I think the intro to the video is good. I can just edit in a W. Let's not drop the gnome guy there. Let's go ahead and just try and control the mid. Let's take the tower. We basically just want to cycle through to the eggs. Drop them back there. He's gonna pop that. Like these guys aggro this, come out here, drop this on these. That's gonna be huge value. Get this to tank there to keep them busy. Turning around, hitting that. Am I worried about those? Possibly. I don't think they're going to do too much, so I'm going to try and ignore it. Throw these guys back here. And then play nothing but defense and control again. Drop this on the tank. Root this guy here. Yeah, cool. So I'm playing defensive. I just want to get these guys to not pound the tower so much. I'll even throw this guy out here. This will attack that. That guy's almost gone already, so I'm gonna just do the whelp eggs back there again. Drop this guy here. Try and keep that guy busy. I should have thrown it behind him so the harpies don't just take all this free unnecessary damage. Now they have those. I need to cycle to something to maybe deal with those. I'm gonna drop this guy and then this guy. Go back. That guy is dead. Drop these guys back there. The whelp eggs. I'm also gonna safe pilot it. I think I have enough to maybe go all in here. Go ahead and use execute with the bloodlust and the whelp eggs. Just, there's nothing they can do. And that's how I cheese it. I don't know if that was I mean, that was clearly how I cheese it with the whelp eggs, just controlling it. But I don't know if I like that one, because Chargla is kind of crazy. It might confuse people. See, tanky. Let's see what tank I want to use. Gargoyle's not going to give me any value on this map. I want a cheap tank. Maybe because they're using what, Murlocs? Let's just use this guy. No, I think that video is good enough because I started the intro on that screen. I could technically do it again on this one because this deck is not like quote unquote a meta Ren deck. It only has one flyer in it that gets the discount. And I almost might not even use Rens. Like you wouldn't even need to use Rend in that one. But you know what? Let's go for it. Let's see if we can cheese this one again. Dude, 7 out of 10 on the follower goal. That's sick. All right, so let's throw that one down there. Let's just go ahead and do this. Like, why not? I think I will throw this guy down just for the AoE here. Get these guys to turn around. Do not like those guys, but that's why I have this here. Cheaper eggs. Oh, that guy got half health already. Dang. I'm just gonna do that. Throw this guy out here. I'm gonna throw these guys down just so I don't take damage. I basically want to cycle through so I could drop eggs again. Drop eggs back here. Do I need to defend against anything? No. Let's just go ahead and go for the safe pilot here. let's just call it good. Boom. Boom, boom. While I have this strat in my head, I'm just gonna go ahead and knock this sigil out before I call it a night. If anybody still has any questions, just let me know. Love that unit. Just feeding the big units. Alright, horde next. Boom, boom. I think I could just, yeah, just play it. It's only Whelpigs is the only thing that I'm really using. And maybe execute or just like win more, I guess. You know what? Can I do this? Let's just straight go for this right now. Drop this guy here, drop that guy on that, drop this over here for the gold. Try and stun this guy, please. Got a stun off. Now I just cycle through again over here. Just want to make sure to play defense as long as I can. This is going to be a huge one. Just trying to cycle back to it. I think we get the dub here. I totally missed because he went after that guy. Doesn't matter. Wow, that is such a crazy strat against this guy. Wow, I mean, I just love eggs. I gotta go for the eggs, and I love execute. Gotta go for the execute. All right, just need horde leader now. I could probably even do it with this guy. No, those two units don't do anything. I just don't feel like changing the deck. Boom, 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 boom. We just won't use those two units, I guess. Is there anything I want to exit? Is anything worth banishing? Maybe. It's probably gonna die though. Nah, I just won't use it. We'll go for it. Last one of the day. I think I was so nervous trying to do the video that I just like didn't swamp the map. Wow, those eggs literally just took it down on its own. That's crazy. Like I didn't have to do anything else. I mean, I don't know, just cycling, I guess. Wow. Like that was the video, right? Like that should have been the video. That was like the easiest thing ever. Well, Harb, when you get to that one, just try to get whelp eggs with the flame burst. That's almost like literally all you needed. Literally all you needed was the flame burst. Flame burst on eggs, that's it. It will literally carry you in so many matchups. Maybe I recorded it because that was watch. I just all right. I wonder, could I do that? Like take the make a new intro funny? Could. Hi everyone. No, that's not what I'm just gonna do it. Hi everyone, AE for dinner here. Just come out with a quick video showcasing not only my favorite talent, but how this one talent carried me throughout heroic Shirotem. That was fine. I should have just kept going. I don't know why I stopped. Hi everyone, AE for dinner here, coming out with a quick video, my first video in fact, of my favorite talent in the game for the whelp eggs. Is right here, the flame burst. Whenever one of the egg pops, it does an AoE fire damage, and if something AoEs it 3 at once, really good, can counter a lot of things in the game, specifically showing you how it carried me through not only Shirotem but heroic Shirotem. Let's go for it. So here, I just showed the Tyrotam on the, wow, I'll edit that part out. Just go right into it. Boom, boom. All right, skipping forward, here's Shirotem. One thing to note, especially in heroic mode, these guys leap to each other, do a ton of damage, and you have the Dark Spirit Trolls out on the outside, just nailing anything that comes through. But the trick is to throw the Flame Burst flame eggs right in there in the back. Let's go ahead. I, just for defensive sake, is going to throw this guy down here. It does melee damage to everything around it. Just going to play defensive for a little bit. Now, watch this. I'm going to throw these eggs back here. And they decided to do their own thing. Cool. That guy's running back on the left. I don't know what made it do that, but it is peppering those things up there. Like I said, I'm just gonna play defensively. I'm just gonna use the other video. Like, that thing was so crazy. I really want those to turn around. I do not want that guy to die. But this whelp egg is going to be absolutely nasty. Dude, what is this push that they have? Jeez. I think I have Fury on this guy. I'm definitely using the other video. What is this push? No way. Yeah, I'm definitely using the other video. Whoo! Because I had that thing smoked. All right. Intro is good. I'll find which one I liked. Thanks everyone for stopping by. Let's go ahead and see who we're gonna host. I think he's PvPing. We'll do Genozil again. It of course wants to log me out again, which is not what I want to do. A little more Warcraft Rumble action. Go ahead and say hello. Let them know I sent you. Thanks for stopping by. Thanks for all the follows. Y'all have a great night.